Knight Jarecki here with head coach Tommy Richards for today's TommyTalk. And coach, yesterday you guys fell 8-4 against the Ridgefield Raptors. And you guys were in that game. It was back and forth. You guys took the first blow against the Raptors, but ultimately they came back. And in that ninth inning, they scored 3 runs. What was that feeling like in that ninth inning to go from a 1-run game to a 4-run game late?
Yeah, we call those insurance runs at the end of the game. We also say, hey, especially when we're on offense, right, those runs can be the heartbreakers, right? If it's a tight game and you end up scoring one, that can be a heartbreaking type of a situation there, just as far as the momentum goes. And honestly, it was surprising because Chalk doesn't give up many runs. And so that was a tough deal. They played better than we did last night and came out with the win. And so I think they beat us really 2 out of the 3 phases offensively. They probably pitched better than we did, but we probably played better defense than they did last night.
Yeah, you mentioned that Chonk doesn't really give up a lot of runs. That was the first time he gave up a hit in over a month, and the first time he gave up a run in over a month as well. And so it was a really tough outing for him. It's baseball, it kind of happens. With yesterday's loss against Ridgefield, you guys are officially eliminated from the playoffs. A lot of these players may feel a little discouraged hearing that they're eliminated from the playoffs, maybe feel a little checked out. What's the message to this team to try to encourage them to play a little harder as the season goes on?
Well, I think we always try to tell them, hey, man, one day at a time. You know what I mean? And the talk today was about, hey, it's who you are, it's not what you do. Okay, so I'm going to try and recite what we talked about. It's who you are, it's not what you do that's important, right? How you do things really matters, okay? Your character is an action word, and that's really, really important. We also told them, though, in the same breath, like, hey, you are what your numbers say you are. You know what I mean? Don't go walking around here thinking you're better than you are. We're 16 and 30 or whatever the numbers are. Disgusting. I don't even want to think about it. You know what I mean? If you're a 210 hitter, you're a 210 hitter. Don't walk around with a false sense of like thinking you're better than you are. You know what I mean? The numbers are going to tell you how you're doing, how you're performing. Now, does that mean that you're a bad dude and we don't value you if the results aren't what they need to be? No, but it is just a sense of like we need to get better, right? I need to get better as a head coach. Individually, our guys need to get better. Collectively, we need to get a whole lot better. And so basically, it's like, hey, man, we have not been good, okay? We haven't been good. But, this is a big but, we're good enough to have goals and we're good enough to have dreams, you know what I mean? And if you're really going to attack your goals and try to achieve your goals, man, you need to, your actions need to be congruent to your vision and you got to work hard. So today, hopefully it's a challenge for them and they answer the bell and come out hungry to play and get better.
On a little bit of a brighter note, Caden Delosier got the start at third base yesterday. He had that nice spinning play around, also had the double there. Yeah. He's going to be headed to Bushnell to be playing for you next year, as well as Cade Chris, both those guys in the corner of the infield. What has it been like for you to not only recruit these guys that are playing for the Drifters, but also double up as a coach of not only the Drifters, but also as the Bushnell Beacons during this summer?
Yeah, no, I think it's really good because I can be around them more. Obviously, I think try to get good players here to play for the Drifters, right, and make this team as competitive as we can possibly make it. I thought those 2 guys fit the bill, and then kind of a humbling type of situation. Feel honored that they're going to be Bushnell Beacons. I think they'll represent us really well. I think that it'll be competitive this fall in a way that it wasn't, probably last fall. So I think that being able to work with them this summer, spend time with them, learn their game a little bit more. They can, learn how I operate and what that looks like. I think it's all really good things, and so we just want to keep getting better and working hard and elevate both programs,
Definitely. Yesterday we saw Michael Soper at second base, and we're probably going to see a lot more of him there with Ethan Sitzman and Trevor Anson going home. Is there anyone else in that second base position that you're eyeing to maybe put there?
Kind of by committee right now, and it might turn into an offensive position here before too long. Maybe a guy that's traditionally a corner guy, try to get some beef in there and help the offensive production a little bit. But Soap did a good job last night. He'll get back in there, and it's kind of hard at this point to pick up players. Everybody in the league's looking to pick players up, and so the market is not saturated, I guess. It's been picked through pretty well, and we feel good about Soper, so we'll give him as much as we can. And it'll be a challenge, but it'll be a great thing, and I think Soper's going to be ready to go.
Tyson Williams is getting the start today. It's going to be his first start as a Springfield Drifter. What can you tell me about him as a pitcher?
Big legs. Dude looks like a tarantula with his legs. He's a big horse. Horse is probably a better word for him. And we saw one inning of him at Corvallis, and he works with Keith at Everett, and well coached. He's a really respectful kid. Big body kind of a guy, and throws that heater in there, and And so I'm excited for him. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a huge depth of knowledge about what his arsenal is and how his splits look and this and that, but he'll compete in there and he'll work hard, and he's a big body kind of dude, and he'll lay some heaters in there for sure.
Lastly, as we move forward to game number 2 today, what did you learn yesterday, and how are you looking to adjust for today's game?
What did I learn yesterday? Wow. Yesterday probably just reinforced, like, to me, you know, that it takes all 3 phases. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. Yesterday, we finally played defense a little bit better, but, you know, we weren't the same kind of offense. We only logged 6 hits, and we didn't punch anybody out, you know, which is not really dominating the zone. So as far as what we learned yesterday, they're a good team and well coached. They're going to put it in motion at times, and so we got to be ready for that. Got Stevens behind the plate, so he'll have to anticipate, and just we got to live in the present moment, man. We got to attack the pitch in front of us. We got to get into hitters' counts, and we got to be aggressive when we get there.
Awesome. Good luck today, Coach.
Thanks, man.
It's been today's Tommy Talk with head coach Tommy Richards.